Hello, beautiful spirits. I'm just trying to get everything right for you guys so you guys can get as much from this as possible. There we go. Hi guys, my name is Shakima. I'm just stopping in to give you guys your Tarotscope closing out October. If you can't guess, we are starting with Gemini. And funny enough, actually, just before I came into the reading, my own Gemini, I think, attempted to come into the space because my card started communicating about the swords. So the suit of swords. So I figured it's definitely the intention for you guys to get some clarity in the space. Spirit really does want to allow for that to come through, so I'm definitely going to obviously go ahead. Why I chose to do you guys first with the Tarotscope is because obviously you're one of the dual signs. You and Pisces are the only two dual signs, and I think with all the energies that are going on at the minute, you guys are probably most affected and impacted. I say this speaking myself as a fellow Piscean, so I understand the struggles. And obviously Venus is in retrograde at the minute, and that's affecting the aspects of the things that we perceive to be beautiful. So this is really going to impact you guys greatly. I actually wanted to invite you guys to see me set up the space and set my intention over the readings for tonight, actually, because it took me so long, guys, to come into this space because of divine timing. I'll just put it to you like that. So this is some neem oil, guys, some homemade neem oil that I made myself, and I'm just going to anoint my hands so that they can become a clear and open channel of communication to pull through the divine guidance that shall come through for you guys for your October Tarotscope, closing out the month. Okay. Right, I also want to say a prayer for you guys to bring in the clarity in the space. Well, the clarity for my readings altogether. So I'm just going to open the space and then do a cleanse while we're in it. I already set my intentions and cleansed the space as I was sort of, bringing the space in for you guys. But I want to just set my intention and, clear out the space once we're into, I guess, the energies for your divine guidance. If you guys do like my style of reading, I will say, just to get all the business stuff out of the way, if you will. If you guys do like my style and technique, then definitely be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out my website, www.shakimabrown.com, if you would like to book a reading with me. If you'd like a free reading, 3 cards, you could also get that on my website at shakimabrown.com/free. And you could always request your free prayers of manifestation there as well. My hand's sort of raring to go as soon as I put the oil on, so I know that there's going to be some divine guidance and clarity coming in for you guys as well. I've been doing the most, guys, so I've been crazy busy, but I'm going to be able to unveil a lot more of the stuff that's going to be coming through for you guys. Let me just go into prayer to clear and cleanse the space for setting the tone for you guys. I actually feel like I need to burn the incense and everything first for some reason, so we'll just do that because it just feels right. And I wish you guys could have seen that. This is a homemade candle as well. This is a water candle that I made. It's got actual seashells and sand and all of the amazing divine divinity. Wow. Sorry, and magic. It just kind of captures your attention. I've got the white sage going to cleanse the space, guys, just to give us as much clarity in the space as possible. Okay. Most righteous and divine spirit of duality, divine feminine, divine masculine, I ask that you come into this space and allow for clarity, guidance, and perspective. that is of the ultimate truth. As I go into the readings for tonight, starting with the Gemini reading, I ask that only beings of the highest of vibration and purest of divinity are present to provide us with the clarity that we seek at this path on the journey. And I decree that it is done. Ashe. Thank you. That was divinely beautiful. My hands, guys, the energy in my hands, I wish you guys could feel it. Some stuff is about to go down tonight. So I'm super stoked to see what sort of comes through for you guys. So I'm going to get straight into it, guys. Starting with the Gemini readings. I'll come back and do any plugs and stuff sort of afterwards, guys. I feel like Spirit just wants me to get straight into it. What is the divine guidance for my Gemini tribe for the rest of October 17th to the end? This for you guys is all about inheritance. This for you guys is all about tangible manifestation. It's about wealth. It's about spiritual wealth when it comes to family. It's about establishment externally. So there's definitely going to be some judgment over your external manifesting, Gemini. Let's sort of do a full shuffle for you guys. Gonna do a Celtic spread for you guys, and then we'll pull other cards to see what other divine guidance comes through for you guys. I will select from the cards that are present. I've got a ton of different cards. There are energy cards, there are angel cards, connection to the universe, love and light, a bunch of stuff, guys. I'll let you know as we go into it. But the divine guidance at this time, as far as the cycles in the path of my Gemini tribe, is that you guys will be coming to an inevitable end. There will be an inevitable end over your lack of foresight, over your delays, over your obstacles to your long-term visions and goals. Okay, that is what Spirit wants you to know at this time. Where are my Geminis? Spirit, where are my Geminis, and what is crossing them for this October, closing out the month? You guys are standing in conviction of your honor. You are looking at that visionary within yourself. You're allowing for that entrepreneur to really be honored, but there has been some delays over it, and that will bring much to be celebrated in the long run. I'd say trust Spirit. Okay, where are my Geminis and what crosses them at this time, Spirit? Where are my Geminis and what crosses them at this time? Okay. Spirit wants you guys to know that right now you guys are at a place of indecisiveness. You guys are at a place of not being too sure what it is that you want. You have been illuminated by getting certain understanding and perspectives of things, but for some reason there's still a stagnancy to move forward. There's still some delays, but Spirit's letting you know that there will be an inevitable end to those delays for you guys. There will be an inevitable end, and there will ultimately be recovery for you guys. There will be recovery and regeneration. There will be, you know, some fear of ruin in the space at the same time, but the ending that's coming for you guys is the fear. The things that you feared were causing you anxiety. The things that were in your subconscious mind were actually your insecurities, and that's about to end. Those are the thought patterns that are about to be removed from the space, so that you can go more into an efficient, methodical approach in terms of the way that you, I guess, approach your life. Ultimately, okay, we have guidance, guys. We have guidance. We have a ton of guidance. Oh God, guys. Okay, well, the guidance is all for the purpose of you understanding that things will be manifesting for you. Things will be manifesting in the physical realm. There will be new financial opportunities, and there's definitely the opportunity for, you know, prosperity. If you have a look, you see Spirit's putting out the hand the divine hand with the coin, the tangible, manifested coin into the 3D realm. I'm actually going to grab the cards that's fallen for you guys and I'll place them out. So spirits, let me know. This is the past circumstance for you guys. Okay, so I'm just going to lay that out. This is where you guys are coming from. And this is your future. Okay. And this is in your subconscious mind. Okay, and then we'll be able to have a look at the conscious mind and see what's going on externally for you guys. But looking at the cards, spirits wanting to sort of like, you know, tackle the fact that right now these inevitable ends that are coming has happened because there had to be balance. As far as the past circumstances that you face, it's taught you balance over your emotional immaturity, over your creative blocks, and that balance that was seeing you be overwhelmed. There was balance to the fact that you were overwhelmed at times, to the fact that you were causing yourself to be restricted, to be imposed and imprisoned, that you were actually isolating yourself, putting a blindfold on yourself, creating more limitations for yourself without realizing that that's what was happening because you were being emotionally immature, because you were being blocked by not being able to process your emotions and letting them come to the surface so that you can navigate through them emotionally. You are trying to logically process your emotions is probably the best way that I can put it from what I can see to the cards. On the cards, and spirit saying that it had to bring balance, it had to allow you to become overwhelmed enough for you to go to that place of processing your emotions where it's happening, as opposed to trying to stay focused and rationalize your emotions for a perspective that doesn't exist. That's how the cards are showing it to me. That doesn't exist. And that's why spirit had to bring balance to the space, because it was clouding your judgment. It was clouding your judgment. You were trying to mentally understand what was going on in your heart, whereas what you needed to do was listen to your heart and allow for your mind to connect to what your heart's saying. But the great news for you going forward is that there will be some more, you know, efficiency for you going forward. There will be some more methodical approaches to the way that you do things. There will be some conservatism. Okay, you'll find a bit more routine with things, even if it is short term. Okay, it is going to be a, how can I put it? I'm going to clarify the 7 of Pentacles in reverse for you guys, okay, because that's the thing that's sort of coming up to show that there's going to be, you know, a lack of long-term vision for you guys, and a lack of, I guess, you know, long-term success and reward. Okay, but ultimately what will happen in the long run we'll get to once we see the outcome of the situation. But you guys will be able to move forward in the near future. You guys will be able to become more efficient over the things that were just not going to be beneficial to you long term. Okay, the things that were just not in alignment with your long-term vision and plan. Because in your subconscious mind, spirit, okay, your free spirit, your free nature of discovery, that explorer, is getting some downloads, man. The Page of Wands, he's getting some downloads on the way that he wants to do things in his partnerships, on the way that he wants to do things in his relationships, in his, I guess, in terms of his attractions, you know, in terms of what she is sort of bringing into the space. I say he, but the page is actually a she. And I think, you know, right now it's really a case of realizing that you're actually just discovering how deep the connection that you have can go. And that's what the subconscious mind is pushing for at the minute. I want to say it's a push because I can see that going forward for the subconscious mind. It's almost like there will be some scattered thoughts. There will be some disregard for consequences. So be prepared, guys, because spirit is not about to mess with your ego. This is what I'm going to say to you, Gemini. Spirit isn't about to pet and play with your ego. It's not going to stroke your ego closing out the end of October. You guys ultimately need to understand what isn't going to work for you guys going forward. You need to understand what has, how can I put it? What is creating obstacles to your long-term visions and plan. And Spirit's not about to play with you at this time. That's what's about to happen. Throughout the rest of October, you are going to be tested in your relationships. You are going to be tested in your partnerships. And again, that falls directly in alignment with the fact that Venus is in retrograde. So I guess we can thank that divine, beautiful lady for her support in our evolution at this time. Let's see what's going on in your conscious mind, guys. What's going on for my Geminis in the conscious realm? What's going on for my Gemini tribe in the conscious realm, Spirit? As clearly as you can. Right, so you guys are now hard at work. You guys are the apprenticeship. You're really ready to work on yourself. You're being educated at the minute, and you're ready to take on the new opportunities that are going to be coming in for you guys externally. You guys are ready to engage in it. You guys are ready to make sure that the quality is up to par of what you want to create externally for yourself. So you're ready to fine tune things basically in your external realm. So again, like I said, the tests are going to be there, guys. So I'm glad that you guys are ready and willing to do the work with, you know, what's going on in the subconscious realms for you guys, in the subtle realms of the energy field, because at the minute it is going to require for you guys to be present. It is going to require a lot of practicality. It's going to require some mothering of yourselves firstly, as well as I guess your inner child, you know, because it does require some soul searching. You're going to have to mother yourself and go within to see how the patterns that were creating the isolation for you in the past, that were creating your self-imposed imprisonment, okay, you have to sort of go within to see how that was manifesting. And that's why you're now at the crossroad of inevitable endings, because you are really sort of trying to make sure that going forward, all that you have learned will be represented in your external realms. Okay, so in the 3D realm of our manifesting, guys. What is the attitude of my Gemini tribe, Spirit? What is the attitude of my Gemini tribe? Okay. Okay. Well, it's not a bad place for you guys to be. Gemini, you guys are at a place in terms of your attitude at this time. Spirit saying that you've made hasty decisions in the past and you have been frustrated by the delays, but right now you realize that there's a vision there, and that vision is for you to be self-sufficient, is for you to be able to live in luxury, you know, able to bask in all of the hard work, so that you can just take a minute to be grateful for it all, really. And that attitude, again, is due to the financial opportunities that is present for you guys for your prosperity. Spirit's handing you guys a golden coin, guys. Spirit's asking for you guys to just, you know, understand that there has to be some stealth in the situation. Take what you've learned and walk away, not necessarily looking back, but knowing that you have everything that you need to be able to pursue the next venture of the journey going forward. Don't take it personally, guys. Otherwise, the, you know, betrayals and deception will cause you to be stagnated if you find it difficult to sort of move on from it. The people that, you know, affect and impact us due to their own broken creation, you know, that their own broken inner child that's projecting from that place within them that they can't really see because it's happening in the subtle conscious realms. So it's sort of in the shadow realms of their existence. Like, don't take it personal. The betrayal was all for the purpose of your own learning, for your prosperity, so that you can go deeper. And the atmosphere for you guys is that you feel like at the minute, okay, you feel like at the minute there is a lot of bad luck happening to you guys. You feel like it's happening to you guys. And I will say that there are some external forces that are at work at the minute in terms of your space right now. I will say there's some karmic debts, if anything, being paid off. When I look at this card, when I look at the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that lets me know that karma, you know, that when it's acting into the cycles of fortune, it's going in its upright position. With it being in reverse, it's letting me know that this is a karmic debt that is fulfilling itself, and you are paying that debt of hopelessness. You are paying that debt of depression, of tormenting yourself, and you had to go and do your time. Basically, that's the best way that I can put it, because I feel like life, the prison system, if you ask me, was actually designed based on the life system, where God sort of puts you in detention and time out from time to time, so you can sit down and address and acknowledge how you're doing things and really sort of see if it's working. And luckily for us, the original creator's design works far greater, because it already has the planets in motion ready to work with and for us. So at the minute, just know that you're working off your karmic debts. That is the atmosphere for you. But this is all, again, for you to continue to move into the path of prosperity. This is what Spirit wants for you. If you have a look at it, it's just glistening as well, all in the camera lens, guys. The prosperity that will see wealth for you, the prosperity that will see spiritual recovery for you, that will see family being united, that will see establishments for you. Do you know what I mean? It will get you to the point of realizing that you were taking on too much, and you'll be able to avoid responsibility, because there will be abundance in this space once you've fulfilled your karmic debts, once you've taken the time to do the work that you need to do, so that you can let go of those patterns that were creating for you in the past, so that you can fully be able to be open and expressive for yourself going forward. Because I can see you're ready to do the work. You're ready to do the work, Gemini. Don't sell yourself short. Utilize what you've learned so that you can move forward in the direction that you intend. Right, so what is where? Okay, I just want to get it clear. What is going on for my Gemini tribe in terms of their hopes and fears at this time, Spirit? What do they need to know for the month of October in terms of their hopes and fears? Okay. Okay, guys. Again, this is directly to do with fear itself. This is directly to do with fear itself. The fear of the things that are causing you anxiety. Okay, let's see, because Spirit's got 5 cards for this divine guidance. So this is all about freedom, guys. This is all about freedom for you guys. And I can tell because it already requires some soul searching. We've got the Hermit in the space in your present trajectory, guys. So clearly you guys are doing the work internally at the minute. The hopes and fears for you guys is that the practicalities of the past, the, I guess, down to earth person that you have been naturally by nature in the past, is a little bit stuck in the past, if anything, is a little bit naive and slightly unrealistic. And now you're actually going internally to do that soul searching. You realize, again, it comes back to those restrictions that you were placing on yourself. You realize that, you know, you do have to let go of a lot of the baggage that you were carrying from the past emotionally. And right now you're soul searching on that. You're going within. You're traveling deeper into the different layers of yourself, so that you can get more of an inner standing of yourself, so that you can become more increased, more focused on your goals. And going forwards, ultimately, Spirit's letting you know that there will be the opportunity for you to move on. There will be, you know, acceptance ultimately for you, and that will bring forgiveness. But you need to know that this is down to the fears that are causing you anxiety, and that's not helping you at all. Okay, It's not helping your mental space. It's not allowing for you to be clear in your communication. It's actually allowing for you to be very abusive in terms of the way that you're communicating, because of the stuff that you're still holding on to from the past. And you felt like you were being down to earth, but the reality is that was a mask, guys. That wasn't the truth. You weren't allowing for your true self to express itself in terms of how it felt, and what it is that it was really holding on to, and what it is that it would really actually take for you to be able to heal from that space. So right now, as you go through your path of soul searching, so that you can get away from conflict, just really be prepared to forgive yourself as well as those around you, because I think that's probably one of the biggest contracts that we make with the demons, of guilt. And it will draw us in because we refuse to forgive ourselves, and then it continues to create more for us externally to continue to be guilty for. So release it. Okay, as you continue to go on the path, just release it. Don't allow for anything to be emotionally conflicting for you and subject yourself to that any further. We have guidance as far as the outcome for you. It's actually gone onto the floor. I told you Spirit's very playful with me, so cards will fly, guys. I'm just very open, and I like for Spirit to just utilize me as a vessel. So I'm going to grab what we have by way of guidance. Okay, the outcome for you guys is balance. Ultimately, there will be balance over your external realm and your internal realm. There will be adaptability. You will become better with your time management. You'll become better with prioritizing what it is that you want to do and how you want to actually fulfill these duties. And again, you will need to tap into the things that are making you anxious. You'll need to tap into your subconscious mind and look deeper at your insecurities and see through the illusions in those spaces, and see what the insecurities can actually teach you about going deeper. And know that the insecurities are actually obstacles to your long-term goals. So it's time to let them go and release them. Okay, so that the balance can allow for the yin to create externally into the yang. Okay, right, guys, for you guys, my first instinct is to pull some energy cards for you guys. And at the bottom of the deck, this is letting you guys know that this is going to be all about self-mastery, tapping into your inner magician, that inner knowing of yourself, that true divinity that sits between spirit and physical. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to ask Spirit for some guidance, guys. So what is the message for my Gemini tribe for the closing of October? What is the message, Spirit? What do they need to know? There will be adjacent possibilities for you. There will be adjacent realities. There will be alternative doors. You guys are doing some quantum jumping this month in October. You guys are cutting out the delays out of your way by tackling them in here first. Okay? And by doing that, you'll be able to adjust your broken or imbalanced, I should say, sacral chakra. And at this time, you are divinely guided to call upon the Archangel Ariel. Okay? And they will, your guides as well as the angels will work with you to bring into fruition what it is that you see for yourself. They require for you to go within on that journey so that they can work with you, so that you can be divinely connected to them intuitively. Okay? What is the guidance from the Gemini tribe, Spirit? Okay, well, even with the cards, it's already up, right? So this is letting you know that this was all about internal work over your sacral chakra, and this had to be done at a specific time. The healer of ages was sitting with you as you did the work on your sacral chakra, and that work is going to pay off, guys. Okay, what is the message, Spirit, for my Gemini tribe? closing out October. What is the message? There's a lot going on for you guys energetically. The cards won't sit still. So just be mindfully aware with what's going on. Again, the Healer of Ages is with you guys at this time. Okay, the Healer of Ages and the Angel of Balance is working internally. The Healer of Ages is working externally, and the Magician has called forth the Angel of Love so that he can learn to love himself firstly, so that he can go out there and work his magic into his external realms, you know. But the energy over the space for you guys is that the Healer of Time, the Healer of Ages, is all about the concept of time, guys. The past, you've, you know, utilized time, and right now you've come to that place where you're still not restful, because you haven't necessarily taken the kind of actions that you want to take. And that's why the Angel of Love is sitting with you internally at this time, so that your inner magician can actually realize that he does have what it takes to be able to act going forward. He does have what it takes to just charge through that field of opportunity. Okay? What we'll do for you guys now, we will go to the universe for some guidance and see what the divine guidance is for you guys. What is the guidance for my Gemini tribe for this October closing? 17th to the 31st of October. What is the message, Spirit? When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Okay, guys? Don't assume that the journey's over yet. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. Sometimes the path may get... It's almost like how I can see it is like there was a flow, right? Things felt like it was flowing, and then all of a sudden, as the flow is going downstream, it's like there's this dam. And it's almost like that flow kind of hit the dam and almost felt like it couldn't move forward. Almost felt like it wasn't able to go over the actual dam to be able to get into the other stage of its, I guess, flow of energy, of its evolution, right? And it goes through the turmoil, it kind of battles through until it realizes that all it actually needs to do is channel its energy. Once it started to channel its energy, it's like the water, the energy of the water rises and it goes over. It's almost like it just naturally steps over the dam and it steps into its greatness. That's just how they're showing it to me. And that was interesting because my candle started flickering as well. So there's a lot going on for you guys in terms of the universal energies at this time. The universe wants you to know that there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. Okay? Don't disguise your truth to make others feel better, and don't disguise your truth so that you don't have to go deeper either, because that stagnates your own growth. Again, you've got 5 cards from the universe, so I just want to point out there will definitely be some third eye activation for you guys. Spirit is calling upon the third eye for you to be able to, you know, tap into the energies that are going to be universally present for you at this time throughout the rest of October. So just to sort of read back the energies of the universe for you at this time, the universe wants you to know, in terms of the past, you come to realizations that I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. And that's for circumstances, again, from your past. And that's what the universe is asking for you to do, because if you're able to tap into that, you'll be able to see that my capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I'm lost. And with that kind of energy, you come into a greater knowing and understanding of yourself to know that my vibes speak louder than my words. And from that, being present in the moment, you can tap into understanding and overstanding and understanding of the fact that the presence of love will always cast out fear. And that's what you must acknowledge in the present moments. When you feel that fear, that energy of fear around you, know that the presence of love will always cast out fear, and your vibes speak louder than your words. So even if your mind is going away 100 tick 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 tick, tick all the time, take a deep breath, breathe through the space, and put some love on it. I like to say that. Season it with some love and allow for that to be what you communicate through, as opposed to the thoughts that are ticking away, because they're ticking away, bringing in demons. Do you know what I mean? Bringing in darkness, bringing in shadows, coming in through the door of fear. That doesn't serve any great light to be manifested from that, but there is great darkness that can be alchemized through it. Okay. And going forward, the universe wants you to know that all you need to do is acknowledge and say externally or internally, whichever feels divinely bliss for you at the time. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. That is what the universe is trying to guide you into at this time. So it's a case of you guys working through your fear. And the universe supports you. The universe wants you to be your authentic self. In the back end, the universe is actually saying that if you realize that I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural, you'll be able to bask in all the beauty that it has coming. Okay, well, that it has present, but for you coming, because there's still so much that's going to be unfolded with the work that you're doing at the minute. Okay, what I want to do is, sorry guys, I just wanted to check and see how far we are into the video. Going to do some romance cards for you guys to see what's going on romantically for you guys and what the guidance is for you guys at this time, and then we will wrap up with love and light card. Okay, we'll wrap up with the love and light cards, and we'll be able to do more work. I'll do a extended reading I guess at the back end of next week. We'll see how it goes. I'll be able to do some extended readings potentially next week, so that we can obviously get into what's going on for the November forecast. Okay, what is the divine guidance for my Gemini tribe for their romance throughout October? Okay, finance and career is a factor of your romance at the minute, and there are masks being worn because of these patterns, because there is a attraction to the, I guess, how can I put it? Okay, bear with me guys. I'm getting so much through all at once. I'm just getting a little bit, usually I talk to like my guides out loud, but I know that not everybody is comfortable with that, so I'm trying to have internal communication with them for clarity as well. So excuse me. On the romance side of things for you guys, Spirit actually is saying that at this time it is ultimately about attraction for you guys. You guys are attracting romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I think for a lot of you guys, it's really a case of you guys acknowledging the chemistry that is in the relationship, because you guys are really getting to know each other. And it doesn't matter if you're just getting to know each other as in time wise, or if you've known each other for years, decades, centuries. sometimes we've known each other for lifetimes and we're still here to do work with each other. Do you know what I mean? Through karmic ties. So there's never really any way that we know someone. We just, as they continue to learn more about themselves, we get to know more about them. That's probably the best way that I can put it. But, you know, if you are in a relationship, then you will be attracting more of a romantic element to the relationship at this time. And you know, it's almost like the patterns that were, how can I put it, the patterns that were habits, where you probably weren't spending as much time together, you probably weren't calling each other as much, you weren't in communication as much in the communication. It's almost like there was an emotional detachment. Basically, I feel like there was an emotional detachment for some of you guys that are in relationships, and this October will see you come back into a emotional union through the chemistry that you naturally have and share. And it will allow for you guys to embark on a completely new journey in the relationship. It will allow for you guys to embark on a relationship beyond codependency. Now, for my guys, my Gemini tribe that are single, in terms of this attraction, it's letting you know that you are going to be vibrating at that frequency where you're attracting a romantic partner into your life. But there is still work to be done. There's naturally chemistry, but beyond the chemistry, you also need to realize that there's some childhood healing, some inner child healing that needs to happen. And that's what is drawing both of you guys to this space. So try having heart-to-heart conversations so you can get to know each other better, so that you can go deeper, so that you guys aren't getting to know each other just on a surface level, because there's no longevity in that. That's basically an unrequited love that's not going to be able to be sufficient enough to see the relationship through long term. And what I would advise at this time as well, if you guys are getting to know each other and you are attracting anyone, if you do attract anyone at this time while Venus is in retrograde, I'm not going to say skeptical, but be mindful, because this is potentially an illusion that Venus is bringing in your path, so that you can see why that pattern does or doesn't serve you, so that you can make a decision for yourself ultimately going forward. But yeah, Spirit would like for you to know that regardless, it will be happening very soon for you in terms of the attraction, but you have to be willing and prepared to do the work. Okay, guys? Right, final card for you guys to close out the spread. I'm going to pull a card of love and light so we can see what scripture guidance we have, because I feel like you guys are going to go through some spiritual attacks throughout this month. So I feel like scripture is probably required for you guys this month. It's important. What is the divine guidance for my Gemini tribe this October closing out? Have the faith to walk through new doors. And just by the way that the cards faltered there, I can tell that you guys are hesitant to walk through this new door that you're being given, that you're being gifted. But Spirit's advice is that you just need to know that you can face your future with boldness and strength. Okay? It is for you to be able to do so. The guidance for you guys at this time is to retreat from the outside world. The rain and snow come down from the heavens and stay on the ground towards the earth. And that's Isaiah 55 verse 10. I'm going to read that to you guys so you guys have got ultimate clarity. But know that this is a gift that's happening for you guys. Just as I tried to get my Instagram video up to let you guys know that my reading was going to be on here, but that didn't quite work because of the rain in the UK. But that was literally what I was talking about. The fact that the earth is purging, we too are a reflection of that purge at the minute, and we are getting divine blessings. As she purges and rains her blessings down on us, we will be able to receive blessings of love and light. Again, the ultimate guidance to this is for you to have the faith to walk through new doors. So Spirit's pushing you in the right direction. Don't let it force you, okay? It's gently nudging you at the minute in the right direction, as much as it wants to be forceful sometimes, or appears as if it's forceful. Trust me, If it's forceful, it's because you're resistant to the energies that are very present and trying to direct and guide you. I'm going to read the scripture to you guys as far as from the book by Doreen Virtue, because I find the information to be absolutely useful. And we've already found the divine guidance. So, retreat from the outside world is the divine love light guidance for you guys. The winter months are a time of retreat and hibernation for wild animals, birds, flowers, plants, and trees. It's likely that as a child you had a school break around Christmas time. As an adult, you still have the need to slow down during the winter when days are shorter and the weather is cooler. Interestingly, when we retreat, we do some of our best work in regenerating and reinvigorating ourselves. It may be a time of rethinking our path and making new plans. This is also reflected in nature during the winter, when there is still much inactivity underground, with tree and plant roots receiving nourishment from the rich soil. It's a hibernation from outward growth in favor of inward nurturing and replenishment. Retreating can take place at any time of the year, not only in winter. It's always important to take time out and go within. Prayer is a wonderful way to recharge your batteries. Pray for your God Spirit to support and comfort you and to inspire creative ways for you to rest and rejuvenate. Again, the rain and snow come down from the heavens and stay on the ground to water the earth. They cause the grain to grow, producing seed for the farmer and bread for the hungry. It is the same with my word. I send it out, and it always produces fruit. It will accomplish all I want it to, and it will prosper everywhere I send it. Ashe. That was beautiful, my Gemini tribe. I hope that was good for you guys. I know I get into a lot of information, but I like to give as much guidance as possible. And I was intrigued because my hands were burning as I anointed my hands for coming into your reading. So I'm sure that it's going to be divinely blessed, but it will come with its challenges. So I'm going to be sending you my love, light, warmth, guidance, appreciation, positivity. And that is in hopes that you realize that you have what it takes to fulfill your destiny here, because you chose this. This is your divine path, and you will fulfill it by any means necessary, even if you aren't consciously aware. Okay? And again, guys, I hope that was good for you guys. If you did like my styling technique, definitely get yourself onto my website to book your reading. That's www.shakimabrown.com. Check out my socials at Shakima Life for Instagram, Shakima Brown for Facebook, and meet me back here. I'll actually be doing Pisces reading shortly as well, so that we can see what's going on for my fellow water tribe, and just to sort of see what's going on in terms of the dual energies, because I feel like closing out the year of retrogrades is really about to allow us to be humbled by all that we've learned. Okay, so be prepared to receive all that is divinely gifted to you at this time, and don't have your hands full as the divine is trying to give new to you. Make sure that you are completely empty and ready to be filled as a vessel. Okay? Best of luck, Gemini. Mwah.